Please welcome Bharat Sangakar with his speech entitled Gaga, 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 Gaga. With his speech entitled Gaga, 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 Gaga. Please welcome Bharat Sangakar.
Madam Contest Chair speaks English. And that strange sounding speech title created a language barrier for her. But how patient was she? Ladies and gentlemen, now it's your turn. Stay on mute, but would you repeat after me? Gada, 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 gada. Do you know how you just sounded? Like a box full of stones. That is how people tell me I sound to them when I speak in a foreign language. My mother tongue. I tell them the feeling is mutual. Friends, I grew up in India speaking 3 languages. Mother tongue Marathi, national language Hindi, and the Queen's English. And I soon discovered that even 3 languages were not enough to break down the barriers in a country that speaks 22 different official languages. At 21 years of age, I had to move to a different Indian state. I know, I moved. There was no lockdown. This state spoke an entirely different language, Tamil, which to my ears sounded like gada 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 gada. To survive, I learned my first Tamil word, Nandri. It means thank you. Next morning, walking down the street, I hear a loud gada 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 gada. I look up, I see a big man, bald, handlebar mustache, holding a long, sharp knife. Looked like an arms dealer. But all he was selling was bananas. A roadside banana vendor with stacks of banana bunches shouting out to his customers. I stopped by. 1 banana, please. Banana man drew his long, sharp knife and whacked into a bunch. Aggressive move for 1 banana. He handed me the banana and said, 1 rupee. I handed him a rupee and said my Tamil thank you, Pandri. And the banana man went, gada 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 gada. I thought he didn't hear me, so I said louder, Pandri, Pandri. To which the banana man, I kid you not, drew his long, sharp knife and charges at me. Gada 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 gada. I freeze. I pee in my pants. This is danger. A little crowd gathers. An English-speaking man interferes. What is going on? I said, I don't know. This man's trying to kill me. All I said was, thank you, Pandri. And he goes, it's Nandri. Pandri means a pig. One mispronounced word caused a language barrier that almost costed me my life. Over a banana. I realized language barrier is a serious issue in my country. Fast forward a few years, a family trip to Paris. My wife, my 2-year-old in a stroller, and I, armed with 1 French word, bonjour. It means hello. And I looked up to ensure that bonjour does not rhyme with any French pig. We're waiting for a hop-on, hop-off bus. The bus arrives, bus door opens. I see the bus driver is not bald. No handlebar mustache. No sharp knife. All good signs. I step in with the stroller, bonjour. And the French driver turns into the Tamil banana man. Gada, 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 gada. He's asking me to get out. I persist, bonjour, bonjour. The driver gets up from his seat. Gada, 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 gada. I'm a paying customer. How dare you? The passengers are shocked. A lovely lady gets up. What's the problem, sir? I said, ask him. He's asking me to get out. She says, oh no, sir. The driver's trying to tell you that baby strollers enter from the other door. One misunderstood gesture caused a language barrier that made me think, God, the French are just as rude as the Tamil. I concluded language barrier is a serious international issue. Friends, it was later that night I realized what the real issue was. A calm, beautiful, full moon night. My wife and I are on top of the Eiffel Tower, fondly remembering the day we fell in love on a similar night. You see, we both grew up in different cultures, ate different food, and to both of us, each other's mother tongue sounded like gada 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 gada. But it didn't matter, because we hardly spoke, we mostly whispered. Whispers that sounded like sweet, beautiful music. But 2 months of being married, the music turned into cacophony. Small misunderstandings turned into disagreements. Disagreements turned into arguments. Argument turned into screaming matches. And all the neighbors heard day in and day out was gada 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 gada. When two people are standing next to each other yet yelling, the language barrier is in their hearts, not willing to listen patiently. Banana Man thought I insulted him and lost his patience. I thought the French driver insulted me and lost mine. And although we both spoke a common language, what me and my wife had lost with each other was patience. That night, whispering what sounded like music again, how we had overcome our barriers by speaking the language of patience. Friends, we live in a world that speaks 6,500 different languages. It's impossible to break down the barriers. But many of us speak a common language, yet we see misunderstandings that lead to devastation. Wouldn't you agree? What you and I need more of, at home, outside, and now online, in these times more than ever, to overcome every misunderstanding, every barrier, is to speak the language of patience. And we won't sound to each other like. Call me a romantic. I like to think we would sound like this. Want to share?